Hey everybody, you tuned in to DBYT Podcast with your host Taisha, and from the title alone, I'm sure you're wondering what I really have to say about us ladies in today's time. So every time I've done an episode about women in our society, I've been kind of hesitant, so I never posted it. But today, I think I'm ready to share a few thoughts, and if you're interested in what I have to say, just stay tuned.
Bite my tongue? Never. See, what they don't know is they're tuning in to DBYT Podcast, and I'm just discovering the world around me.
Taisha, I love you.
It be like God is telling you to keep going.
You quit on yourself, you really down bad.
Tune in Wednesdays at 7 o'clock Eastern Time.
So, okay, I want to start off with a clip that actually inspired this episode, and dive into like my personal thoughts about it afterwards, and a few subtopics as well. The title of it is "Be a Lady," they say, and I think I heard this a year ago. It was shared with me from a closer friend, and he just was like mind blown from it. He shared it with me, and I was just like, okay, we gotta, make this a thing. We gotta make the awareness a little bit more, widespread. So that's what I'm here today to do. If you agree with anything that's discussed while the video is going on, or anything that I say thereafter, feel free to drop a honey in the comment section. So with that being said, let's get into this clip.
Be a lady, they said. Your skirt is too short. Your shirt is too low. Don't show so much skin. Cover up. Leave something to the imagination. Don't be a temptress. Men can't control themselves. Men have needs. Look sexy. Look hot. Don't be so provocative. You're asking for it. Wear black. Wear heels. You're too dressed up. You're too dressed down. You look like you've let yourself go. Be a lady, they said. Don't be too fat. Don't be too thin. Eat up. Slim down. Stop eating so much. Order a salad. Don't eat carbs. Skip dessert. Go on a diet. God, you look like a skeleton. Why don't you just eat? You look emaciated. You look sick. Men like women with some meat on their bones. Be a size 0. Be a 00. Be nothing. Be less than nothing. Be a lady, they said. Remove your body hair. Bleach this, bleach that. Eradicate your scars. Cover your stretch marks. Plump your lips. Botox your wrinkles. Lift your face. Tuck your tummy. Perk up your boobs. Look natural. You're trying too hard. You look overdone. Men don't like girls who try too hard. Be a lady, they said. Wear makeup. Highlight your cheekbones. Line your lids. Fill in your brows. Lengthen your lashes. Color your lips. Powder. Blush. Bronze. Highlight. Your hair is too short. Dye your hair, not blue. That looks unnatural. Look young. Old is ugly. Men don't like ugly. Be a lady, they said. Save yourself. Be pure. Don't be a whore. Don't sleep around. Men don't like sluts. Don't be a prude. Don't be so uptight. But smile more. Pleasure men. Be experienced. Be sexual. Be innocent. Be dirty. Be the cool girl. Don't be like the other girls. Be a lady, they said. Don't talk too loud. Don't talk too much. Don't be intimidating. Why are you so miserable? Don't be a bitch. Don't be so bossy. Don't be so emotional. Don't cry. Don't yell. Don't swear. Endure the pain. Don't complain. Fold his clothes. Cook his dinner. Keep him happy. That's a woman's job. You'll make a good wife someday. Take his last name. You hyphenated your name. Crazy feminist. Give him children. You don't want children? You will someday. He'll change your mind. Be a lady, they said. Don't get raped. Don't drink too much. Don't walk alone. Don't go out too late. Don't dress like that. Don't get drunk. Don't smile at strangers. Don't go out at night. Don't trust anyone. Don't say yes. Don't say no. Just be a lady, they said.
Okay. So let me make sure. Okay, yeah. So that was "Be a Lady," they said, and it's 100% true. It's sad that we can't be anybody that we actually want to be, and any time in history. At one time in history, we weren't even people. We were property. We were just objects. And I mean, to to a lot of people we still are, and they don't even realize it. And it's sad. It's like you can't do anything right, and it's upsetting. But the thing about being a lady is there's not one defined type of woman out there, you know. It doesn't matter what you do, they will say something either way it goes, as the video just portrayed. And in my opinion, I say do what you please, be happy. As long as you're happy and you're not harming anybody, do what you gotta do to, you know, live the best life that you can, because at the end of the day, they don't want us to do anything, but they want us to do everything, and that's the problem. This also ties in because they did speak on some things about men and basically doing things for men, like when we do our makeup or our hair, or we dress or whatever. They don't want us to dress super provocatively, but they don't want us to be so prudish and everything like that. Yet it's very hard, because where there is a whole set of different type of women, there are also a different types of men. Every man is not the same, and this video isn't to bash men or anything like that. It's really more so to uplift women, just because of the fact that we are always told that we can't get anything right. We always feel less than, or we feel like we're overdoing it because of what the typical society type thing. But that's not the answer today. But I don't want to blame it on society. I want to get a little bit more into our inner thoughts and how we actually think for ourselves, because it's like we're always trying to look for a way to please people without pleasing them in a way. So that's why I circle back and just say please yourself, because at the end of the day, as long as you're happy, you can move as freely as you can, as you want to. My first question on here was, why do we do things that we know aren't going to get us anywhere? And I think it's for the approval of others, to be honest. We all want to feel liked, feel loved, feel seen, feel heard. And that's why we do the things that we do. Because if it was up to us and we were alone all the time, it would be no particular reason to go above and beyond, or to try to dilute ourselves and our personalities for anyone else because of that fact. I think we also do these things in hope that somebody does accept us and invites us into their lives to spend, fully into it, to be engaged, to be married, to have babies, to get to another level of life, to level up in society. A lot of women may seem like they look for men of power, but it's just because of the fact that it's a lot of opportunities that we don't get because we're overlooked a lot of the times, especially being a black woman. You're overlooked a lot of the time, so you have to try to get to the next pedestal. And I'm not saying that this is a gold digger's mindset, because it's really not. If you think about it, in my opinion, when two people unite and get married or whatnot, I feel like that is a power move, because of the fact that, hey, I'm going to help you, you're going to help me, and we're going to rise together type thing. It's not just about, oh, what can he buy me? What can he do? It's, if he gave me a $10,000, can I invest it, or will I waste it away? Is that type of thing. But that's not what we're here for. But yeah, that ties into our possible futures with the people that we choose to make babies with, or to share a home with, or to share a family with. Because when you get married or whatever, you're not just marrying that person, you're marrying their whole entire family, their whole entire circumstance. Like, it's not just that person. It's not based on love. It's not, of course you marry with, loving someone, but that's not the only thing that's gonna make the relationship work. It's not gonna be the only thing that keeps you together, in my opinion. It's a team effort, and it's a challenge every day, just to make sure that you continue to choose that person every day, no matter your circumstance. So yeah, I want to get into the paradox of choice. Now, this was a term or phrase that I heard of on TikTok, actually, and I want to read to you guys what it is. Got this straight from Google. I pulled one of the ones that I like the best. So the paradox of choice stipulates that while we might believe that being presented with multiple options actually makes it easier to choose one that we are happy with, and thus increases consumer satisfaction, having an abundance of options actually requires more effort to make a decision and can leave us feeling incomplete. So with me, for example, I will tell anyone I hate having choices because I am indecisive as I don't know what, right? So I bring this up because of the fact I wanted to compare today's dating pool and like one or two generations before me. So we have gotten to a point where we will have someone good, put them to the side, and continue to search out and store them, you know what I mean? So we do this in hopes that we can find what we desire or see as perfect. And if anyone hasn't told you yet, perfect doesn't necessarily exist. So you will technically never find that person. Through all our different ways of communication and being able to talk to different people, to be able to meet up with different people, the way to just, be around different people, it makes it a lot harder to choose one person. Hence, I think that's why monogamy is kind of about to fade away, to be honest, but that's neither here or there. But less choices, I believe, makes a easier decision. And that goes into comparing to the back in the day. They didn't have social media to where they can look at hundreds, thousands of people at such a fast rate. And now we do have that opportunity. So we can see portfolios. Like, we literally are walking portfolios online. We share our thoughts, we share our bodies, we share our feelings, we share everything online. So it's so easy for somebody to even pick up the type of person you may be. And I'll always remember, online personalities can be a facade, but a lot of people not thinking about that. But yeah, that's the thing. We think that we have an ample amount of time to hold off until the perfect person enters. That's what I spoke about earlier. But we never really sit back and think, like, what is our plan B? Let's scenario time. What if the internet went out for like a month? Would you still be interested in all those people that you saw? Would they slowly fade away from your mind because out of sight, out of mind? Like, would you be forced to choose the people that are around you instead of the people that you think that you want, the people that present themselves in a more elegant way, or whatever the case is? I think that is our biggest comparison when it comes to how women have changed in the generations. Like, they couldn't do what we could do. But also in their generation, if you want to go back a little bit further, some women didn't have a choice because of the fact that they couldn't work, they couldn't get out the house, they couldn't make different connections with different people. And while because a lot of people like to compare the generations of, our grandparents and but granddaddy was definitely sleeping around with multiple women, having multiple babies, while grandma's at home watching her 6 to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 kids. Baby, we see that we have different choices, and that's exciting for us. So we are like, I don't have to stay here, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that, I can go get my own money, have my own car, have my own place, I have my own I have everything that I need. I really don't need you, but I would like to have you around, type thing. But moving on, is there something truly wrong with us when we do decide to let our feelings fester up for a person? So this screenshot came across me one day, and first I'm gonna read my question, then I'm gonna let y'all see what the magic holds. I say, why does it seem like the average man can move on after a breakup compared to an average woman? I am not going to tell you what I think. I'm going to read this screenshot. It says, men are able to function in and out of relationships because they don't give up their hobbies, ditch friends, or anything else that makes them happy. women make the mistake of making their men their whole life, and should the relationship end, they're lost in trying to create a new life. And I 100% agree with that. There was a time where one of my friends was asking on her close friend that she was like, why do men act like they never ever cared? It's not that they didn't care, it's just they didn't give up who they were. They had a foundation with themselves, and they didn't have to necessarily give up that for a woman. They continued to do the things that they wanted. He probably, I don't know how men, but he probably didn't ask you to give up spending your Saturdays with your friends. He didn't tell you couldn't paint on Sundays. He didn't tell you can't go to work. He didn't tell you that. You wanted a different type of lifestyle and thought he could supply that to you. So you gave up things and thinking that was a compromise, but really you end up losing. Just saying. But yeah, the fact that women sometimes lose everything is because they're trying to change everything about themselves to seem more appealing, more, hey, pick me type thing. Like, I want to be the woman of your dreams. And they try to strip away everything that actually made them attractive to the person in the first place. So you do become a different person, and that may have that man losing interest in you because now you're trying to be everything he wants instead of everything that he needs. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, so I am a believer of two wholes coming together to make a bigger picture, not two halves making a whole, just because of the fact that when I do get into a relationship, I want to be stable. I want to be everything that I am when I'm with myself and by myself and everything. I still want to stand. I don't want to have to crutch on this man forever until I nail him in the ground and he is no longer useful for me. I want us to be able to elevate together. And yeah, because you don't want to get to a point in your relationship where you aren't capable of being your own security blanket. And yeah, all I want to say is don't allow other people to dictate your life, because everybody's going to have something to say, whether you're doing bad or good. And that's really what I wanted to say today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today on tonight's episode. All my socials will be in the description box. And if you're listening via audio, please go check out my YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get them updates so when I post, I am doing way better now, I think. So it's more me coming. And thanks again, everybody, for the support. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.